도지 사제에서도 제제메데 되지 번역을 서르지는 것도 보지고 사제제 보셔라. 찬자로 도르제 사제 들어노로다 마범을 하시고 뭐 뜻이 중에 거줄라만나 찬자로 참제미 이시다 부시세 이시오지 마리몬바세 주지 접서 조용군저비 거대슈버들라 찬자로 찬자와도 최셔바도 지저라고 지소이 개와 존재다 지저바 탐제다 전신고 10년의 지선바도 로이치라 사지부지 조심해도 점례진이 되죠 선지시도 믿으면 조금난다시라 조호죠 10년의 지선바도 로이치라 제다가 제도 모두 최고로 고르도소 good evening, Amitofo. 다자 슬럼이요. 자빠빠. 자빠빠요. I'm afraid to say Sifu Kunsens. Oh, okay. We learn a little bit of so far four sessions, right? This is the fifth session, eh? Or sixth? This is the fifth, right? Fifth session, and so far we learn quite a lot. Eh? I think if you look into this book, so everything become clear when you read the book. I think that is I wouldn't expect that, and so that would take a long time. Not only like a read, study, but maybe to become clear also have to practice and slowly maybe practice Dharma and slowly become clear. But then, but if you analyze how much actually you knowledge you gain from this through the class, then you can see so much more that you know better than before you did this class. So all that knowledge that gain is, I think that may be quite a good result. The reason I'm saying that is maybe sometimes you may think, oh, this more I learn, more confusing, no use, useless, like that. Sometimes people they don't want to learn, then they make this kind of a reason. More you learn, more get confused. What is the point to learn? Better not learn. Like sometimes people even make you discouraged. Then better not learn like that. But if you, because then not more you learn, of course you don't more get confused. More you learn, and of course at the same time you will be more clear. More you know that you didn't know. What you didn't know, you become more aware what you didn't know. And then more you learn, and then things more become clear. But then this level more become more clear. Then you can see another level. Then there's you can see more things to learn. So that doesn't mean you are getting more confused, but you can see you are seeing deeper and more complex. So then it's people sometimes say, "Oh, I'm getting so more confused." I think it's not getting more confused. But anyway, the point I'm saying is in this during 4 sessions and including today's 5 sessions. I think we learn quite a lot. about the Buddha nature. Then according to according to this Uttaratantra Sutra, then what the Buddha nature, and then the, including seven Vajra points, and Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And then today we are going to discuss about the actually element of the Buddha nature. Now by now what means Buddha, what means the Dhamma, what means the Sangha is much clear, yeah? Clear. After 4 sessions, it's much more clear, right? But still, of course, it cannot be complete, 100% clear, because if that is clear, that would be too fast to be clear. Because even Buddha, about the Buddha, yeah, then 5th and 6th and 7th, all the Vajra points explains what means Buddha and what is Buddha. In many sutras, Buddha mentioned in Tibetan is Simje Tamje ni Sanji Rinpoche. Now I'm forgetting my Tibetan. I will become doubt I'm Tibetan or not. Maybe I'm Indonesian. I thought I'm Tibetan. Maybe I'm mistaken. I has been always Indonesian. So that's something like you translate all beings all beings are always has been essence of Buddha, Buddha, essence of Buddha, or Buddha nature, you know. Or you can translate all beings has Buddha, always has Buddha nature. All beings, not I think actually has, maybe all beings are always essence of Buddha, something like this. All the sentient beings always has Buddha nature. All the sentient beings, essence of all sentient beings is always Buddha nature. But from beginning, Buddha did not teach about Buddha nature. Buddha did not teach about shunyata, emptiness as well. From beginning, Buddha taught about, so it's slowly, step by step. Yeah? From the beginning, talk about Buddha nature or shunyata or other things. First of all, people will not understand, not accessible, and then also it's not. I think it's not time to teach about that. So Buddha is a skillful. Buddha's awakened mind is always perfect, and there's always skillful. And one of the qualities of the last time we learned is Buddha knows exactly on the right time, right level, and right kind of whatever teachings needed. Almost like a very skillful doctor, very skillful, wonderful doctor knows exactly on the right time and what kind of medicine is suitable for this his patient. And so Buddha knows exactly how to, what kind of teaching need to be taught to those kind of people. So different levels. From beginning, Buddha taught about, pointed out this is a suffering, So suffering is a problem we are all going through. Always complaining. We're complaining about what? We are complaining about suffering. So this is called suffering. And that is something that we cannot just assume it's not existed. But it's truly there. It's the truth of suffering. This is the truth of suffering. But this suffering is come from, and suffering is a good thing with the suffering is a conditional thing. It's come from causes and conditions, so it can be eliminated. And the causes of the cause and the cause and the conditions of the suffering. This is a cause of suffering. That is klesha and karma. That is a second truth, and that is always from beginning already clear. And in the end, there's no more, how to say, I think deeper to explain about that. From beginning already deep way and clear way explained. But the next two things, this is a path. No, this is the cessation. After you free from suffering, then you achieve nirvana, right? Cessation. And then this is path. Cessation is a peaceful state, awakened state, peaceful state. And then to achieve this cessation, this is path. So these two things, next two noble truths, cessation and path. I think from beginning this not detailed and not from deepest way, but just roughly explained, cessation and path. Path, cessation and path. Later, then this two, path and cessation. Then Buddha explains more, goes deeper and more detail and more deeper. Later, the path is then including that path. Talks about the shunyata, right? Shunyata, and no self and shunyata. Those are the part of the path. Wisdom, understanding. Wisdom is the path, right? Understanding, realizing of the no self and the shunyata and all that is part of a path. And then later cessation. Cessation is nirvana or Buddhahood. Buddha awaken, become enlightened. Then the enlightenment is also explained in more detail into the Dhamma kaya, Sambhuka kaya, Nirmana kaya, like that. After that, right? And then Buddha later part of the talks about the Buddha nature. There's a unique way to some more deeper level explained. But all that is doesn't contradict. It's more like first says roughly, and then second is a little bit deeper and more detail, and the third is more detail, and then more in a definitive. As a not relative, but on more kind of definitive meaning. Ultimate meaning, focus on, and then Buddha taught him that way. So then Buddha also gave a statement to his followers that his teachings can you should analyze, not just Buddha said and believe. Just believe means you don't know it is right or wrong, but you, without knowing, because of he said or she said or Buddha said or something, then the reason that without a clear reason, but you decide this is the right, then that is called belief, right? Buddha said, not just believe, but analyze by yourself. Then after analyze and contemplate and study, and then make sense to you, then follow. So that is Buddha himself already said it that way. So then among Buddhists, started from India already, before Chinese Buddhist, before Tang Buddhist or other like Tibetan Buddhism, started from India, right? From India, already they have this, analyzing studies with this level, that level, and the many different levels of philosophical views and schools. Dharma, yeah? Understanding like including Madhyamika and then the Citta Mantra and so on. Then in Tibet there are also many different views, studies, philosophical views, yeah? And we analyze and then always doesn't agree. It's not same thing, agree to each other. But you analyze and then you, this level of analyzation and studies help to move you to another level. But then when you're studying another level, then many things may be different and against different. But that is not like we are against to another tradition. It's not like a fighting. It's like a process of almost like a science. Science is when the first person discovers something, right? And then the second person, top of that, improve and then discover further more detail and clear. And the third person even go to deeper and more clear like that. But that doesn't mean you are against the first discovery. I think similar like that. But the reason I'm saying is that here maybe also we have some different viewpoints. This whatever here in the viewpoints here explained, that doesn't represent all Tibetan Buddhism. This is only some one part, small part of the Tibetan Buddhism. But then in Tibetan Buddhism along themselves, some Tibetan Buddhist like scholars and teachers, they don't even also sometimes they don't accept Buddha nature as a definitive meaning. They accept Buddha taught about the Buddha nature. They think that there is Buddha nature is not literally as Buddha said in the Buddha nature. Buddha taught somehow is for a purpose, something like that. So even some Tibetan. But here in many of these Kagyu masters, and not only Kagyu masters, such like masters Topo Sanje, then there's Janang Taranatha, and then Nyingma, one of the most important master of the Nyingma lineage. It's a Longchen Ranjam. And then in the Kagyu lineage, all that, I think all of this different Kagyu lineage masters and scholars, all that is so they talks about they literally follow. They take all this Uttaratantra, what is mentioned about the Buddha nature, they take as literal, it's a definitive meaning, Buddha nature. So they have like that, and then okay, so that is something that I kind of wanted to mention, but I think this kind of went into not very organized. But hopefully, Erica will make more organized. What I understand from Buddha's gradual teachings, if I say in my own kind of like a simple language, simple way, what I understand, I think Buddha from beginning, Buddha said kind of everything yes, right? Yes, existed. And there is karma, there is a person, there is this life, there will be next lifetimes, there were past lifetimes, and Buddha taught, right? And there is suffering, there is a cause of suffering, and we have to purify that and so on. Then next level, and Buddha said, because this suffering comes from karma and klesha. Karma and klesha comes from a misunderstanding. That misunderstanding is we understand, or we not understand only, but we cling. Right now we do 24 hours. Clinging, there is a person, some kind of a solid, permanent, independent, this substantial person. Yeah, that's we cling 24 hours. Even right now we say no, so Ashwini, like that. That's only from our mouth, but our mind is like there's no gap. There's no 1 second gap from there. We cling 24 hours on that self and me, like self. But the Buddha sees that is mistaken. But that doesn't mean very easy to get rid of just easily, But that is mistaken understand that self. That is the source of cause of the all that karma and klesha that then leads to the suffering again. So that's why my point is later then Buddha said there is no self. Means there's no such like independent, the way we think self. There's no such thing as the way we grasping the self is 100% mistaken, and there is no such kind of self. Then how we can understand and realize that? Then through practicing, right? Slowly. There's no just saying, oh, no self. Oh, okay, now I decide no self. Then cannot come up with a just decision. Somebody said, oh, there's no self. Oh, okay, now since now I decide no self, like that. Because it's our long-term habit of clinging on self. But anyway, the next thing is there is no self as like a person, the way we grasp. Yeah? That doesn't mean there is nothing. And that doesn't mean the person that I vividly seeing right now in front of my eyes, that Buddha doesn't mean, oh, I'm not seeing anybody. I don't see anybody. That would be so strange, yeah, Buddha said. But the way we thinking kind of a self, that is, there's a huge problem in there. So that Buddha called no self. No self from being. And then Buddha, after that, Buddha, so no self. After that, Buddha said, not only no self, not only no the person, the way we think is not truly existed that way, but even everything, all the 5 skandhas, and everything, what we see, what we hear, what we know, future, past, and everything, including 10 space and 5 skandhas, everything that we are grasping is not like that. It's somehow we are just illusionally grasping. It's not the reality. In reality, it's not like that at all. So that in reality, what it is then of course we cannot really explain according to our duality. There's understanding. So only can name is kosongan. There's emptiness, right? So emptiness means empty. What we think, the way we see, that is empty. But that doesn't mean it's nothing. But there is suchness is there. But then what is suchness? Then there must be very difficult to explain. Somebody never, even in the lifetime, imagine, never sleep, never had a dream. Then what is a dream? Then how are you going to, or anything else? I mean, anything is somebody never have never know about the sugar, right? Only whole lifetime somebody eat salt. And then suddenly you had to explain about sugar. Then only best way you can explain to that person is sugar. not salt. No salt, kosong salt, you know. So, but you cannot really explain what is the sugar unless they put their own tongue and they tasted it, then they exactly understand what is sugar, right? Other than that, even you explain so much, the person will get more confused. Only best way is no salt. You know, it's not salt. Anyway, the kosong, it's not the way we are grasping. The way we are perceiving. Things are not existed like that way. Not only as person, but all phenomena. So that is called emptiness, shunyata. That then become more like a Mahayana teachings in sutras said that. And that in Prajna Paramita part, Prajna Paramita, yeah. And then later, after that, then Buddha said, kosong, there's emptiness. Emptiness is also not like a nothingness. Emptiness is some kind of like a space, like a sky, space, some kind of a nothing, space, nothing. There's a nothingness is existed, then it's emptiness. But emptiness is emptiness, means that nothingness is also we grasp as there is nothingness, then that's also wrong. Same wrong as we think. We say there is a form. When we see a form, then we grasp, and form is like a kind of an entity, substantial, true reality. We grasp on form, right? But then we say a form is not existed. After form removed, become empty. Oh, then after that is formless, and then that is emptiness. That is existed. Then it's the same mistake. Actually, worse than before. Become more mistake then. Yeah. So emptiness is emptiness. That's why they sometimes talks about the 4 emptinesses, 16 emptiness, like inside inner emptiness, outer emptiness, emptiness is emptiness, and so on. Anyway, here I'm not trying to make you confused, but my point is first Buddha said yes, there's a person, there's a karma, like that. Second, Buddha said there's no person as the way we think, yeah. And then third, Buddha said there is not only no person, but the all phenomena as emptiness. Yeah? And then the fourth or fifth after that, then Buddha said emptiness is not like nothingness. Emptiness is emptiness itself. So emptiness is then after emptiness is there is a clarity. There is a clarity aspect of mind, clear light mind, yeah, clear light mind. That clear light mind is then that is Dhammakaya, right? Then awaken, enlightenment. That clear light mind is then mind like not right now like consciousness mind, but is a clear light awakened mind that is also emptiness nature, but that is not nothingness, like a nothing blank, or that is not like a dead empty. It's a clear light mind. What it is it's a Dhammakaya, right? It is a Dharmakaya. So it is empty of all that klesha, karma, obscuration, suffering. All this is not there. It has attribution, kind of a blissful, blissful peace, and unconditional peace, blissful, and then wisdom aspect. But at the same time, it's not existed again, kind of an entity or like a permanent opposite of impermanent. Not that kind of permanent. When we say permanent, some kind of an entity doesn't change forever, like stay like that. That kind of. When we say permanent, then we again grasp on some kind of entity, independent entity. So it's not an entity, independent entity. So it goes beyond permanent and impermanent, beyond empty and not empty, and beyond self and no self even goes beyond. So it's called Dhammakaya, clear light mind. That is suchness, ultimate truth, and goes beyond like that. And then that is when that is suchness, ultimate clear light mind. That mind is that very mind. That one is right now in every sentient beings. The really true nature of their mind is that one. That is in every sentient beings is all sentient beings. Each of them possess the same quality. That nature of that very nature of that is what's the nature of mind? Yeah, clear light mind, nature of mind. Yeah, Dhammakaya, and then we give some different names. So that is existed in every sentient beings. Then we call it Buddha nature. Buddha nature, because Buddha nature means is awakened. Is awakened, clear, awakened, ultimate nature. That is awakened, ultimate is Buddha, right? Then nature is the real, original. You know, original version of yourself. There's the original one. Yeah. Then duplicate is fabricated, duplicate, right? Is then that is samsaric version. Samsara, we think, oh, me, that one is duplicated, fabricated, not original. But Buddha natures cannot be called self also. Self, as long as we call it the self, then we clinging as a kind of an entity, permanent kind of an entity, then it's some kind of a permanent entity, then it cannot be called self. Self is already beginning, Buddha said. Self is not existed. Then in the end, so Buddha said all these different levels, said different, but that at the same time that doesn't contradict. Buddha's speech, Buddha's teaching is from beginning excellent and virtuous, in the middle excellent and virtuous, and in the end excellent and virtuous, and they never contradict to each other. And so, but it's different levels. Skillfully, Buddha taught us like that. Now my final conclusion point is, so this is the then ultimate and the definitive kind of meaning, most deep. Finally, the Buddha, kind of a final definitive meaning, conclusion of his all teachings, saying this, taught about this Buddha nature, Dhammakaya, and this whatever that is seven Vajra points that mentioned in that explains in this book. Yeah, Buddha is more kind of a definitive meaning that explained. So this then we, if we understand that, then sutra teachings feels more clear, and then when you practice tantra, then totally makes sense. For example, when we do on the Sunday, we do a generosity practice, right? Then you visualize yourself generosity. Oh, totally makes sense. My Buddha nature, or really enlightenment nature, everything, the quality that Buddha has is in my Buddha nature has the same quality. Yeah, you understand that. Then when you visualize yourself as a generosity or enlightened person, then totally makes sense. Oh, my Buddha nature, in Buddha nature I have 4 immeasurables and all the wisdom and compassion, everything. There's my 4 immeasurables appears as 4 arms and so on. I myself totally comfortable. I can appear as a generosity, Avalokiteshvara, right? Otherwise, if we don't understand that, then I imagine myself generosity. That is so strange. I imagine like myself somebody else. And then, what is the even point? I imagine myself somebody else. Then that will be strange. What I'm saying is then it's that we can understand Tantra also better. First, I thought to start with my own kind of language symbol way, but then there is some seems like went quite end up finish with I think kind of confusing. Difficult. Our study is 111. 100. Oh, 117, right?
Halaman 117.
Now is element. Doesn't matter. These are the. Don't worry. I don't expect we can imagine clear, because if we can imagine clear, then that will be already then enlightened. Yeah. Later cannot teach anymore. Later I just do namaskara to everybody. Thought here may be 15 Buddhas. Namaskara to 50 Buddhas. No more teaching. Anyway, there are 50 Buddhas because everybody has Buddha nature. Namaskara to 50 Buddhas. Then we are on page. So now we are on a chapter explains about element, Buddha nature, and the fourth Vajra point. And this fourth Vajra point, first explains in briefly, briefly explains in briefly, and then later explain in detail. I think, next explains in the detail. Yeah. Okay, then page. There it says the Buddha and all beings have. Where is this? Since Buddha wisdom is always. The Buddha has said that all beings have Buddha nature. Yeah. Buddha, page 118, right? In the middle line of this first, second, third line, he says, the Buddha has said that all beings have Buddha nature. Yeah. Buddha has said all beings have Buddha nature. And then reason, giving three reasons. Three reasons is this first one is the perfect Buddha Kaya is all embracing. Suchness cannot be differentiated, right? And all beings have disposition. These are the three reasons. What it means is now what it means is Buddha Kaya is Buddha Kaya, yeah. The perfect Buddha Kaya is all embracing. Means perfect Buddha Kaya or Buddha nature, yeah. That awakened mind, the very nature of that Buddha itself, Dhammakaya, awakened mind, enlightenment mind. That is everybody's, all sentient beings' essence is they have all this same essence. So Buddha's wisdom is reached to everybody. All sentient beings is their true nature is Buddha's wisdom, same. So that means Buddha's wisdom is reached to everybody. Yeah, that is the first, Buddha's wisdom. Your very nature of original, yeah, original version, asli. Gak mungkin asli manusia. Actually, this is all Indian word. Just become Indonesian. Gak mungkin asli manusia. It's impossible, original. No. Okay. If I learn Indian, then I can speak Indonesian also. Oh, that original version or very original essence, true nature of oneself is Buddha nature or enlightenment nature. But then that enlightenment nature, long, no beginless time. That's why we call. You ask people, you ask masters, or you ask scriptures, yeah, or you ask philosophy. When samsara is started? Samsara, we say samsara started from beginless time, no beginning, because we cannot, like our duality mind, narrow mind, cannot imagine a beginning also. So that samsara beginningless time means actually there's true nature somehow long time. So from beginningless time is where our true nature is there. But then this true nature got obscured by that temporary obscuration, klesha and cognitive obscuration, obscured. And then because of the result of this obscuration, we experience samsara. Yeah. So is samsara almost like a dream, like illusion, like then mirage, yeah. Mirage is when you go to Silk Road, desert, and then there's no water, but you see like water. That's called mirage, right? Illusion. It's like water. You get very thirsty, and then you see water that look like real water. Then you run after that, and then there's no water. But no water, but you see water. Similar. So anyway, those are the examples. So what I'm saying is that we experience samsara, but then at the same time, when we're experiencing samsara, our true Buddha nature is there all the time. Even how bad we are doesn't matter. It's never changed. And how good we are still is there. And how high we are, it's the same. How low we are, born in hell beings, still is there. It's never changed. And so hell beings is also not forever. They still can be liberated, and they have still Buddha nature. Somehow they can also in the future, they can achieve awaken. They awaken the nature, enlightenment. So anyway, here first point is that Buddha nature is reached to everywhere. Means everybody has that Buddha wisdom in reality. Yeah, that's the first. And everyone has this Buddha's wisdom. This Buddha nature is reached to every sentient beings. That's why all the sentient beings. Never mind. Let's not elaborate there. Second reason. Yeah. By the way, maybe before I forget, I said no beginning. Samsara is no beginning, right? But then if you ask, does samsara has an end? No. Then the answer is two actually. Question is one, but the answer is two, yes and no. No. Yes and no. Yeah. Yes, because individually, yes. For me, if samsara has an end, then yes, because if I practice Dharma, then if I enlighten, then samsara is the end. Yes, there's the end for me, or for you, or for individual. Yeah, individual. But for general speaking, sentient beings are immeasurable, countless, and we cannot imagine when it will be like everybody, including ants and everybody, getting enlightenment with so long time. We cannot imagine how long. Maybe no end doesn't mean I think it's impossible, but I think it's so long. So it says generally it's kind of like no end sometimes. It's so long, but the person and individually, yes. When I practice Dharma, and then if I achieve awaken and all that mental obscuration removed, then samsara is the end. But from beginning, I cannot imagine because my past life and before that another past life, then it's become very long. So we just call it beginningless time. Okay, the second reason that the Buddha, the second reason, reason that all beings has Buddha nature. The second reason is that because Buddha's true reality, Buddha's nature, yeah, Buddha's essence, Buddha's reality, ultimate nature, and all the sentient, each sentient being or all sentient beings, ultimate reality, true nature, there's no difference. It's the same thing, exactly the same. Buddha's nature, Buddha's essence, yeah, is not any better quality, some kind of better quality, or sentient being like my true reality, true nature of me, or true nature of Shakyamuni Buddha. In reality, in suchness, true nature, it's same, exactly the same quality. We have same quality. Same quality. But what's the difference is in a relative level. Relative level, Buddha is awakened. He is without the stain. Me, I have all this, my Buddha nature is covered by stain, mental stain, which means obscuration. So there's a difference, but in the nature is the same. So even a person who in a hell, from a hell realm, or hungry ghost, or animal realm, human realm, or Amitabha Sukhavati person from there, all person is completely Samyaka, some Buddha enlightened. One of there's 1,000 Buddhas, or all 1,000 Buddhas. So all their true nature is the same qualities, exactly the same. So that's the second reason. And third reason is all sentient beings, beings, they have disposition. Yeah, all sentient beings has a disposition. Disposition means some kind of a similar thing, continuation, or a similar thing. Similar thing. Actually, all in Buddha's Buddhahood, all Buddha has. We has also similar things. Yeah, Buddha has 5 wisdom. We have 5 senses, and Buddha has 3 kayas. We have also body, mind, speech, 3 kayas, and and then we have the mind, and Buddha has then awakened mind, Dhammakaya, and then anyway, this we have a similarity, actually, similarity, or almost already there, that similar, some kind of a sign that we have this Buddha nature, similarities. And then when that similarities that is more matured and more then become free from obscuration, then truly become a vivid Buddha, right? So this mental disposition, Rik, independent Rik, is so there's a similar kind of inherited, some kind of a similar, same thing that is we possess. So these are the three things, because these are the three reasons. These three reasons is proved that all sentient beings has Buddha nature. And then, this stick doesn't has Buddha nature because this stick doesn't has these three things. Buddha wisdom is not reached here. Buddha's this sticks very reality nature, and Buddha's awakened mind nature is there's separate. It's two different things, not the same. And this doesn't has dispositions. Buddha disposition doesn't have. So that's why the stick doesn't has Buddha nature, but the sentient beings has Buddha nature. Okay, so we don't understand that clear, then no need to worry. Then now more detailed explanation next. Detail next is page 119. Detailed explanation explained into 10 different points. Essence, cause, fruit, function, endowments, manifestation, phase, all pervasiveness of suchness, unchangingness, and inseparability of the qualities should be understood as intended to describe the meaning of the absolute expense. Absolute expense.
Jadi jika kita tidak memahami yang tadi dijelaskan tidak masalah ya, karena akan dijelaskan lebih mendalam di ayat yang selanjutnya di halaman 119. Jadi dikatakan esensi, sebab, hasil, fungsi, kemudian anugerah, kemudian manifestasi, kemudian tahap, kemudian semua menembus pada realita yang sebenarnya, kemudian tanpa perubahan dan tanpa terpisahkan adalah kualitas yang seharusnya dipahami. Jadi itu dijelaskan, dibagi menjadi, kalau kita tidak mengerti yang tadi, ini di ayat ini dibagi menjadi 10 poin yang berbeda.
Okay, now so essence, first essence, yeah. Essence and cause, first and second points together explained here. This next verse. Just as a jewel, the sky and the water pure, it is by nature always free from the poisons, from devotion to the Dharma, from highest wisdom and from samadhi and compassion, its realization arises. Okay, so first two lines explains the essence. Now we are again talking about the Buddha nature. Yeah? Buddha nature is not Buddha's nature, your own nature, yeah? Yours of nature. Maybe it's easier to imagine your own nature, all sentient beings' nature, Buddha nature. That Buddha nature, true nature, is first explains essence. Its essence is look like wishful. Example is 3 example. It's like a wish fulfillment jewel. It's like a sky or space. Yeah. Then it's like water. It's like water. This the explained. The essence is explained by 3 examples, and then next sentences is the explained cause. So why it's like why it's like water? Why it's like sky? Yeah? Why it's like water, jewel, and then that is explained next next verse explains. Yeah, next verse explains like okay, yeah. If you have a wish fulfilled gem, jewel, then this is some kind of like in all days people believe there's a jewel, something that in the Chinese tradition and Tibetan tradition they have, right? Up there, right? We write that's the jewel. Up there. So, so that is wishful fulfilled. Jewel means some kind of a precious gem. Then whatever you ask, immediately you get it. You know, jewel. I want an iPhone. Then it's already iPhone is coming out from my pocket. You know, so jewel. Then whatever jewel. Jewel. I now class is over. I need a gripe. The gripe is already there. And everything, yeah. That's that's jewel, wishful fulfilled jewel. So Dharma Kaya is Buddha Kaya, Buddha's wisdom. That's the first point, right? Why all sentient beings has Buddha nature? All sentient beings has Buddha's wisdom. Means not Shakyamuni Buddha's literal mind is reached to the other people. They're not saying that. But the same, whatever the quality Shakyamuni Buddha has, it's the mind awakened, that awakened nature, mind, which means, which awakened mind nature is reached to everyone, all sentient beings, yeah. That is awakened mind is Buddha Kaya, yeah. Buddha Kaya is reached to every sentient beings. So that Kaya is every sentient being. That is like a wish fulfilled jewel. Wish fulfilled jewel. That will grant whatever you wish. You wish is lasting happiness, right? All the sufferings are over. No suffering at all. Zero suffering. All the happiness is come. 100% happiness and peace, wisdom, compassion, and enlightenment powers. All that is can be accomplished by power of the Kaya, Buddha Kaya. So this Buddha Kaya here is enlightenment nature that you have. That is like a powerful, like a wish fulfilled jewel. Yeah. That's the first reason here. Oh, the second is the reason before previous verse said the second reason that we all sentient beings has Buddha nature because Buddha nature and our nature is has the same quality, right? Yeah. So now here is saying second is like a sky. A second example, Buddha nature is example is essence of Buddha nature is like sky. Why sky never change? In a day, in night, in a small, the smoky sky, and the full of things, and nothing. All the time, it's the essence of the sky itself is never change. In the sky, there's things change, right? Similar like that, Buddha nature itself is when we are sentient being, when we are Bodhisattva, when we are complete Buddha, the essence, the Buddha nature itself never changed. That's why giving sky is example. The last one is water. Water is giving reason because the last one, all the sentient beings has their nature is what disposition has disposition of the Buddha nature. That disposition, kind of a similarity, kind of a nature that is provide to all sentient beings, like water. Anyway, the last one is that then water. There's a reason why giving. There's three. Anyway, here is in a commentary that I explained right here and clearly explained, endowed with compassion that provides all beings. Moisturing, since the disposition is a nature having a moisturing quality, as it is endowed with the compassion that provides all beings, it has a property corresponding to the quality of water. Sorry, the page 120 in the somewhere in the middle, yeah.
Jadi analogi yang ketiga adalah dikatakan
Oh, yeah, that is not that clear, yeah. Yeah.
What is moistening? Is that lotion?
Moisten, it's okay, no need to think too much about the commentary part. Just third example is water. Water is that as water provide to this moisture, water that provide everywhere to then what say. For this part, the letter we will discuss again. So first, I think if we discuss more that we will already don't have time. Time finish. Let's try to go on the next verse. Next verse here. Next verse is the cause. What are the 8? What we're talking about today? Element. The element, yeah. Element briefly explained with the 3 points, right? Element is Buddha nature, right? All sentient beings has Buddha nature. Buddha said, right? Why? The reason 3, right? Yeah. 3 reasons, remember? Yeah, Buddha Kaya or Buddha wisdom reach to every sentient beings. Buddha's nature and all sentient beings' nature has same quality. And the disposition, yeah. In Indonesian, what disposition? Kacendongan ciri. Sifatak. Wow. Indonesian have a whole huge line from here to here. Oh, okay, that yeah. All sentient beings has that. So these are the 3 reasons, yeah. Now after that, in detailed explanation, detailed explanation of the Buddha nature. Now the 10 points. 10 first and second one. Essence and the cause. In Indonesian, how do you say? Essence. Essensi and causi. Essensi dan causi. So easy to learn Indonesian. Sebab, yeah. Oh, okay. Essence dan sebab. Yeah, essence dan sebab, yeah. Then the first line is essence. What is the essence of Buddha? Essence means what we're talking about here. Essence, Buddha nature, right? Essence of the Buddha nature is here, is powerful, give you all the wishful, what you want, give your what's it, everything that you wanted to achieve, then can give like a wish fulfilled jewel. That Dhammakaya is wish fulfilled jewel. The jewel example, sky example, and it's like water, the pure, and also the same like provide like Buddha's nature and of compassion and wisdom that reach to all the sentient beings, like water. Anyway, so these are the 3 explains anyway essence of the Buddha and nature quality, and briefly, yeah. And then after that, now is going to next verse is going to explain the cause. Buddha nature has cause. Buddha nature explain and the essence aspect. Now Buddha nature explain and the cause aspect. Cause, right? Cause. Yeah, cause. Cause is last time it says Buddha nature is the cause of we to achieve Buddhahood, right? If cause Buddha nature we don't have, then we cannot achieve Buddhahood. Main cause is the Buddha nature, and then practicing Dharma, everything is there's a condition, only condition, yeah. Main cause is Buddha nature. If we don't have Buddha nature, cannot achieve Buddha. So this cause is in order to understand this cause, there is cause means cause eliminates this okay. Pause. the way the four veils to be abandoned or given. Generally speaking, the three types of sentient beings, namely. Anyway, the cause is cause. I think removes this because of cause. Then removes this four obscurations. Here, four obscurations. Yeah, talks about the four obscurations. First, let's enmity towards four obscurations. Four obscurations. First is enmity towards the Dharma, view asserting as a self, fear of samsara, of suffering, and the neglect of the welfare of following beings. Our Buddha nature, so we cannot achieve Dhammakaya, complete enlightenment. Even we have Buddha nature, but because of that these four attitude or the obscuration, yeah, obscured, and then we cannot see our Buddha nature. We cannot experience our Buddha nature. Yeah? So that is the four obscurations. And these four obscurations are according to four different kind of people. These are the four obscurations. These are four different type of sentient beings. First one is a great desire. Great desires means all that sentient beings that desire, attached to samsara, living continue in samsara, very attached to samsara, no interested about being free from samsara or nothing to do with that. I'm just going to live here, continue, do my samsara stuff. That is a great desire, type person. That is that type of people has aversion, resentment, or not interested in bodhisattvas. That is so obstacle to that type of people. Then become that, yeah. And then the second type of people is the tartika. Tartika is referring to some kind of, all this, there's non-Buddhist different philosophical schools of views, non-Buddhist, Tartika. Those, anyway, non-Buddhist kind of, not follower of Buddha's teachings, but they have views, they have different philosophical views that especially have sense of self, that is grasping on a self, some kind of an entity self. That is a second obstacle for that type of people is cannot understand Dhammakaya because they are already obscured by that stuff. They have Buddha nature, same, but their Buddha nature is obscured by that. Before Döchemba is a great desire, right? Almost we can, most of the time we can call ourselves Mahayana or something like that. But if we're not careful, we can fall in the first category, great desire people. Great desire. Then if we not interested in Bodhisattva way or not inspired, and they continue just interested and stay in the samsara, then it become category of great desire, And then if we view hold of some kind of Buddha said knows self, permanent self, some kind of view like that, then become like a Tatika view, also obscuration. Then later one is Shravaka. Shravaka is now this Shravaka is Buddha's authentic Buddha's follower, but they have still, in order to achieve Dhammakaya, Shravaka doesn't mean Shravaka is not good. Yeah, Shravaka is Buddha's disciples with very respect and we follow. But in order, here is talking about Dhammakaya, achieve Dhammakaya, and in order to understand Buddha nature, they have obscuration. What happens is they inspire to achieve nirvana, cessation, a peaceful state, and then they remain there, right? And then that become obscuration to achieve Buddhahood. As before said, is for oneself only. And the Shravaka and the Pratyeka Buddha is self-realizers. There's again they are Buddha follower, but kind of more like a privately. The Pratyeka Buddhas they discover Buddhas the way Buddha taught by themselves, or somehow they connected to previous life, or some connected in a kind of feeling secret, kind of in a private way, secret way. That teacher is they don't stay in a group, learn like openly learn, but by themselves learn. Something that in old days maybe they existed clear, but I don't think now you can say this is Pratyeka Buddha and that person such. But anyway, that is one type of again follower of Buddha. They also wish to achieve nirvana, peaceful state of be free from samsara, but they don't have some such kind of like view of achieving complete Buddhahood and then for helping all sentient beings. I mean Bodhisattva's way. So that also become obscuration. These are the four obscuration, and in order to remove this four obscuration, there's four antidotes. Four antidotes are mentioned. The first is devotion to Bodhisattva's way or Mahayana teachings. Yeah, Bodhisattva way. And when you say Mahayana teachings, you immediately may be imagining some kind of Chinese chanting, in Mandarin chanting. But here's Mahayana teachings. Admire devotion to Mahayana teachings means Bodhisattva's way. Yeah? Devotion. First, that solves the problem. Second is then second is vipassana. Vipassana wisdom. Yeah? Vipassana wisdom, you meditate and you learn and meditate, and finally you understand vipassana wisdom. Vipassana wisdom is actually understanding of directly understanding, directly seeing, realizing the no self shunyata wisdom. That is the second one. And then Sanji, Sandesh, sorry, almost the time is finished. Sanji someday. Then third. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So this is the right now what we're talking about. We're talking about the cause, right? Cause is about one of the 8 points. No, 10 points. Yeah, second. Yeah. Second, we're talking about the Buddha nature. Buddha nature has the 7 Vajra points. 7 Vajra points. We are talking about the 4th element, right? Element of Buddha nature. That is explained in 10 points. So 10 points. First the essence, and now cause, right? Cause. In order to talk about the cause, first they explained some kind of other defilement. Obscuration, yeah. So now the main cause is here. It says, page 121 in the almost the edge, almost the end of the page. Yeah, the cause that purifies these veils consists of the 4 qualities of the path, which are outstanding devotion towards the sacred Dharma and so on. That is the perfection of discriminative wisdom, prajna paramita, yeah? that is the second. Immeasurable samadhi, and that is the third. And the great compassion, that is fourth. These are the four. These qualities comes from power of Buddha nature. So, cause, this is a cause. Something that, these are the four things. The cause that gives fruition. What is fruition? Dhammakaya, right? So, if you are Buddha, then you are Dhammakaya already. Dhammakaya is vivid, and directly you are experiencing your essence, your own essence, Dhammakaya. Then, if you are not Buddha, then a little bit one step less than Buddha, then you are Bodhisattva or some other far away. Then quite close to Dhammakaya, experience Dhammakaya, but quite close. And then, if you are further, then Pratyeka Buddha and the Shravaka is quite far, more further than Bodhisattvas, Buddhas. And then, if you are then not Shravaka, not Pratyeka Buddha, not Bodhisattva, then you are category of that great desire. Great desire, very desire attached to the stay in samsara, very enjoying in samsara, stay in samsara. You want to achieve, be free from samsara? No, I'm good, fantastic in samsara, fantastic. I'm just to stay here, continue. So that is great desire category. Then that is very far from Dhammakaya. But that category also doesn't mean Dhammakaya is not possible. Whenever they change their attitude, still possible, and they can go on. So like that. Everyone still have all the time opportunity. Whenever they change their attitude, they can go there. But of course, if you are animal being, then you cannot have change. Not possible. Well, right now, the moment you cannot change that attitude because in conditions not correct, right? If you are insect, or if you are, for example, if you are cow, then maybe less chance than humans. So that's why precious human rebirth is being human is maybe easier to achieve that Dhammakaya than being a cow. But some noble cow may be better than humans, who knows? Okay, and we stop here for today, and then tomorrow one more session continue, and then after that you have holiday again. So much holidays, too much holidays. And maybe just one question, since we don't have time.
Satu pertanyaan ya, kita tidak punya waktu.
No, what Virendo is asking.
Saya mau tanya, kalau misalnya kan kata orang, bukan kata orang, memang ada ini karma itu kan ada dua, karma baik dan karma buruk. Kalau karma buruk, apa yang kita perbuat itu kan yang kita hasil. Maksudnya apa yang kita tanam itulah yang kita tuai. Jadi apakah kita berbuat kebajikan ataupun kebaikan itu bisa dilimpahkan kepada orang lain gitu. Satu, terus kedua maksudnya kalau Dhammakaya kan kita bisa mencapai, kalau apakah dengan melakukan kebajikan saja kita bisa mencapai Dhammakaya gitu. Terima kasih.
So, karma divided into two. good karma and bad karma. What you did and then what you get later. So is that possible if you do good karma, then you dedicate that with merits to other people? That's the first question. The second question is that possible for Dharmakaya to be achieved only by doing good things? Two questions.
Dharmakaya is achieved only by doing good things.
Hanya berbuat karma baik kan?
Apakah buat kebajikan saja?
Sonam. By doing sonam.
Oh.
So that can be achieved by doing like a merit. Good virtue.
Yeah. Good karma and bad karma. Good karma. Good karma. I think somehow little bit can be dedicated in some ways, maybe a little bit, but mostly actually it cannot give karma to another person. It's not actually possible. Not possible. Karma is the law of the cause and effect, right? It's like a gravity. I cannot give my gravity to you unless I the gravity, my gravity is my gravity, right? And so the cause and the effect in that way. But sometimes we do good things and then still dedicate. Then especially we have a connection and somehow connected. That dedication means your good karma somehow influence. I think not directly giving like this way, but somehow it's an influence, and then other person so karmic connected and influence. Karma is so complex, right? So in that sense, I think it can dedicate, influence, and then especially you have a connection. Especially if karmic connection, if you pray for your dedicate for your maybe your parents or your kids or people especially connected, then for parents, like if I do good or bad, still because of the parents, the reason is I am here, even I'm doing this is because of the somehow connected, right? In that way, that sense, I think if dedicate is always a good thing. But first of all, dedicate is good for oneself. If dedicated, then karma becomes like putting in a kind of a deposit, safety deposit, and then it's increase, multiply. And then in order to achieve Dharmakaya is complete Buddhahood is need to achieve two things. Dharmakaya and Buddhahood itself is we already have actually. We are not getting something we don't have, but we becoming clear what we are, in the ultimate Buddha nature. Then obscuration go away, then we become clear about our own nature. But in order that to happen, we have to do two things: sonam and yeshe. Yeah, that sonam is including good karma, but its sonam is I think deeper than good karma, including good karma. Not only good karma, but deeper than good karma. I think causes of all that good merit and all that good things. But only that is not enough. Only sonam cannot by doing good things cannot achieve without yeshe. Yeshe is the most important. But also somehow, in order to achieve yeshe, also sonam helps. Sometimes I cannot meditate, I cannot understand anything, it doesn't make sense. Study also I cannot understand anything. Then maybe I do something good thing, and then my mind become more clear, and then now I can understand, now I can meditate. So yeshe, yeah, sonam and the yeshe. Yeshe is the awakened mind, the enlightenment mind. So, yeah, I don't know, that answers your question? Okay.
Itu kan kalau karma baik, kita bisa dedikasi. Kalau karma buruk, apakah
Yeah, good karma dedicate, bad karma purification, don't dedicate. Okay, now the whole thing, yeah. Whole thing is just quite simple, yeah. Whole this thing. Including this thing, yeah. So all that is, we have Buddha nature, yeah. We have Buddha nature, or we are, or in true nature, we are Buddha nature, yeah. Buddha nature. So that's the reason we can achieve Buddhahood, or we want to achieve Buddhahood. Buddhahood is two kayas, Dharmakaya and Rupakaya, yeah. These two kayas, I wanted to achieve two kaya, Dharmakaya and Rupakaya, because I have Buddha nature, right? Yeah. And then how I'm going to achieve? I create or strengthen or accumulate. I do Sonam and Ishe. So I have Buddha nature. I do practice Sonam and Ishe. I achieve Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. That's the whole thing. This one. Okay. Thank you very much.